Real China, an early spring morning walk in Shenyang's Renjiehu Park. Last weekend I found myself with no internet, so on the Sunday morning I decided to take the subway a few stops to the nearest park. Renjiehu Park or Renjie Lake Park is a picturesque setting in the north of Shenyang, the capital of China's Liaoning province. Leaving the subway station, it is just a few meters walk to the park. As you can see, this morning, while sunny, was still cold, with the surface of the lake and adjacent river still frozen from the winter. This was my third visit to this park since my arrival in this part of northeastern China last August. This is a video of my walk around the park, observing the sights and people, also out enjoying the sunshine on this chilly morning. Looking across the lake, I will pass this white roof structure later in the video. First, I need to walk along one side of the lake to a road bridge to gain access to the other side. There are lots of tall, high-rise buildings towering over the lake. It must be a great view from those upper floors. There is the bridge I will cross shortly. My arrival at the bridge. The park continues alongside the river, but I decided that route could be left for another day. At the beginning of the wooden walkway is a sign warning of the dangers of stepping on the ice as I look back towards the bridge I had crossed before scanning across the frozen river and the route ahead. Someone was flying a kite on the opposite bank where there were a few people out walking, enjoying this spring morning. The wooden walkway extends along the length of the lake on this side, making for a pleasant walk. More views of the kite flying against a backdrop of more high-rise buildings. Here we have one of the wide open spaces constructed above the lake. There are several structures to explore around the park, including this elevated walkway. Here I am next to the white roofed structure I mentioned earlier in the video, looking back across the widest part of the lake towards the point where I began my walk. This section features some covered structures where people can sit in the shade to watch any activity on the lake during the hot months of summer. I sat down on the uncovered benches to eat a snack lunch and to drink my flask of coffee in the sun. Looking ahead to the next bridge, I walked to that bridge during my second visit to this park last autumn. Today though, This less impressive looking bridge will be my way across the frozen river. On top of that bridge, I'm doing a full 360-degree turn to show the river in both directions. Approaching the widest part of the lake once again from a different angle. Lots of people walking, cycling, and a few e-bikes were encountered during my lap of the lake. This video was filmed during my first visit to the park in late summer 2023. Now, on this spring morning, there is little growth with the grass and reeds in need of some warm weather and rain. It was much greener and the reeds well established last summer and autumn. I have almost completed my walk around the lake and a view from last year's visit, followed by a final view of the lake in spring with some evidence of thawing taking place across the lake. As I head back towards the subway and my journey home. Good timing, just 1 minute until the next train. That is all for this video. If you have enjoyed watching and it has shown you a little detail of life here in China, then your subscribing to my channel would mean a lot to me. Thank you for watching. Make sure you click on the link to the next video, and until the next time, goodbye for now.